welcome back to SummonTesla. Here's a video I don't think you guys would have expected me to make. It's basically talking about the 5 reasons why you should not buy a Tesla. Yeah, that's pretty much a thing. You know, there are 5 reasons, and I can give you all 5 of them. Those of you guys who don't know me, I basically make Tesla videos, EV videos, and that's pretty much what I do. So if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, that notification bell, and turn your notifications on, because, well, I don't upload too often to this channel, but when I do, I try and make it so it's, well, worth your time. Let's get the intro started and get into it. So you're thinking about buying a Tesla. I got 5 reasons why you really shouldn't, and these are my personal opinions. If you guys don't like them, that's completely fine. You guys can let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, these are my 5 reasons not to buy a Tesla. So let's get started with, well, number 5. You know, one of the greatest things about having a ICE car is you get to know the mechanics. You know, you get to know the guys who really work on your car, and you look forward to those moments of, you know, walking into a mechanic shop and going to your favorite mechanic and go, hey, so Joe, I need my car looked at. And basically he'll come over and he'll tell you to leave the car there. You take a taxi, you go home. He'll call you a couple of hours later if you're lucky, and then he's going to tell you it's, you know, some kind of a thing that's probably going to cost around like $300 or $500. And then of course there's labor, but because he's Joe, you know, he's your buddy, he's going to give you a massive discount, and you'll probably end up paying for like, you know, $400. So, I mean, it's always nice knowing that you have that friend that you can take your car to, and he's gonna give you a deal every time. You know, like, I mean, if you take your car to Tesla, if you ever have to, if you take your car to Tesla, then, you know, I don't know my guys there. I don't even know who my mechanic would be, assuming they even have mechanics. So that's kind of not cool. And then of course, like, I don't think you can even pay cash there. I think you can only pay with a credit card or a debit card. So, I mean, who needs that kind of stuff, right? I would much rather just to go, you know, to Joe and have them fix my car. Number 4. You know, one of the coolest things about having a ICE vehicle is, you know, you get to go out and get some performance, right? Performance parts. You can really upgrade your cars. You can get in there, you can change out your springs, you can tinker with the motor, probably put on like a good turbocharger or supercharger depending on the car you have. And I mean, who doesn't like spending $4,000 or $5,000 on modifications at the very beginning, which eventually will turn into like $20,000-$30,000 of modifications to get like that extra little 15 horsepower. I mean, Tesla does this stupid thing where they give you like over-the-air updates. They improve your handling, they improve your acceleration, they improve pretty much the whole car over the air. You know, I mean, what's the fun in that, really? There's so much fun in going out and actually getting to look at those pieces. I mean, I don't know about you, man, but have you ever held in your hand a turbocharger? It's awesome. And having the NOS tanks, oof, I'll tell you, it's absolutely cool doing that. But me personally, I love, you know, even on my Mustang back in the day, getting a full exhaust, getting it done, and having to hear a rumble. It was great, you know. But it took me a while. Like, I ended up going with Flowmasters, and I mean, that was awesome for a Mustang, and it gave you this cool sound, right? I mean, granted, it cost like $2,000 in those days to get the whole exhaust system done, but that's the cool part. You know, you get to go out there and get all these parts for your engine and take it apart and, you know, put it all back together. But yeah, I mean, I like the idea of spending quite a bit more money on getting the parts I want, you know, and that extra 5 horsepower, or it's gonna count, you know. I believe it's like $5,000 for every 5 horsepower you get. So I mean, that's great. Number 3, car shopping. Listen, if you are going to plan on buying your next car, I mean, it would be so much. I know Tesla does this whole thing where you can order stuff on, you know, you can order your entire car online. It's whatever. I mean, listen, you're taking out all the fun stuff. You're going over to the dealer and to having a chance to talk to, the sales guys and really getting to know the salespeople and the way they talk to you, the way they care about what you want, and all the questions they ask you about, what you're going to use this car for and what kind of engine you want. And they'll eventually tell you that, the car that you chose is not the right one for you. You really wanted the other one, the more expensive one. And it's always good to have people tell you what you want, because we don't know, right? I mean, I don't know what I wanted. I walked into a BMW dealership. I basically went in for one thing, but I walked out with the other thing, because the sales guy told me so clearly that, like, the one I want is, although it's cheaper, it's not the better option for me in the long run. And so it's, it comes down to the fact that with Tesla, I don't have that service. I don't get that thing where I can know what the price is. First of all, they just kind of tell me the price. It's like, okay, so this is the price, plus taxes. That's like, who needs that? I want to be able to deal with the sales guys. I want to be able to talk to them, and then once I'm done with the sales guy, I want to go and deal with the finance guy. And I love having the finance guys always. It's like playing a cat and mouse game with those guys is so much fun, because they're like, okay, so this is what the car costs and this is what you can finance it at, but I really, really think you should buy that extended warranty, or I highly doubt getting paint protection for your paint. I think it's great. I think it's nice that they are helpful. They are genuine about, their intentions. The service packages they give you is incredible. I mean, you create a sense of bond. They may not remember you after a while, but you can always check back in. I mean, you'll have to, right? You kind of have to take your car in there every once in a while. I mean, when you first buy your car, you kind of have to, you kind of want to take it back to them, and Joe kind of comes in the picture after the warranty is out. But yeah, I kind of miss that idea, like just having, with my Tesla, it's really bad. I've owned it for 2 years, and I haven't really had to do anything, and it gets boring, like it doesn't feel quite right. I don't know. I don't have a sales guy at Tesla, and I don't have a finance guy at Tesla, and it's quite bad. I don't know what to do with, like, it's really weird. So yeah, that's another reason. I just wouldn't do it, It's really weird. Number 2. Options, man. Like with Tesla, like when I bought my car, I could either buy the Model S or the Model X. Like, basically I have a sedan or I have a SUV, and so I didn't have the options. I love going to dealerships and seeing the same car, but each car had different options, right? So you had the generic one, which is typically the one I would have gone for, but then they always talk me up to the one that's about 4 levels higher. I think the only difference was really that they were like much more expensive, but it had this cool little stripe on it. And I mean, I wouldn't have even thought of that stripe. I didn't know how much I needed that stripe. And so having the same car just with a bunch of different letters on it, it separates me from the other guy, maybe mine is a SE or an SEX, and my buddy only has an SE. It's kind of funny, but I miss those days, I mean, with Tesla, I walk in there and I get the same looking car. Like, have you not seen the Model 3s? They all basically look the same. I go drive down the street and they all just look the same. It's boring, don't you think? It's weird. I mean, granted, they might have a heck of a lot more power than pretty much anything else I would have bought for that same price, but I don't separate myself from people, I don't have that separation. So I just want to have the same car give me 30 different options, and I want to be able to pay more money to get an extra stripe on my car. I want to have that option, and Tesla doesn't give you the option to have an extra stripe on your car. I don't think they even give you an option to have a stripe on your car. Number 1. Yeah, here's the biggest reason. Gas stations. Man, you're gonna find gas stations everywhere. And you buy a Tesla, you're not gonna go to gas stations. I mean, unless you like coffee, then you might go and buy yourself coffee at the gas station. I do that sometimes. But, you know, with my ICE car, I had gas stations everywhere. I mean, now I have all these superchargers to go to, but it's really weird. I mean, I don't even have to go there that much. I just plug in at home, but that's boring, right? Like, I used to have my routine. I used to get in my car in the morning. I used to go to the gas station, pick up, coffee, smokes, pump in some gas, go to the cashier, hand them over $60 to $80. And I kind of did that like every 4 days, sometimes even every 3 days. And now I miss it. I don't go to gas stations. Like, even my coffee, I miss the gas station so much, because if I go to the gas station now, I'm just going to pick up coffee, and it's weird, right? So I just stopped going there. I'm just going to like drive-throughs. And the gas stations, I didn't have friends to always contend with. Now when I go to superchargers, I have all these friends that I'm talking to, and all these people I'm talking to, and blah, 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 but I used to love going to gas stations, and I didn't have any friends. I just went in, paid, got out, and bam, I was done, And I mean, the whole friends thing is overrated, It's just not worth it. But yeah, that's it. That's my list. I hope you guys, reconsider. Buying a Tesla means you miss out on a lot of these cool things. And Joe, your mechanic, is probably not going to be able to pay for his next house. So you definitely have to think about Joe as well. And you gotta take into consideration, like, you want more and more options. I think ultimately, having a Tesla, it's made for people who want to be boring, All right, that's the end of the video. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next video. If you guys decide to subscribe, then that's cool. If not, then I'm sorry. I know I make Tesla videos. I know it's not the best vehicle out there, and I know all these legacy manufacturers are definitely coming out. Like, Ford is going to come up with like the top of the line Mustang very, very soon. Unfortunately, they decided to make it electric too. So I mean, like, it's not like I'm going to have much to do with that one either. So it's kind of weird, but yeah, you know what? I mean, it is what it is. I guess it's just the world that we live in today. Yeah. All right, thanks for watching. Catch you guys on the next video. Bye.